focused my eyes. I experimented in and out, back and forth, until I noticed my forehead was very sweaty, my stomach queasy. Felt like I was car sick. I always was during the 8-hour trip it took to drive the 150 miles from our house on Lake Erie's shores to Columbus, on 2-lane concrete with hot tar cracks roads, through every Ohio town every 5 miles apart, a college campus in every town, stopping at 3 red lights. No wonder the trip took 8 hours. The thought of the drive ahead was frightful. We geared up for an ordeal, bundling our clothes in the car trunk and leaving home early Saturday morning. "Come on, Braun," I yelled. "Get in the car." Braun was my dog. He was low-slung with a powerful chest, tail straight in the air, more brawn than brain. "Come on, Braun." On car trips, he slept on the window ledge behind the back seat. My brother and I fought and fussed. My dad reached back and slapped randomly, not taking his eyes off the road. Clyde and I ducked, avoiding the slaps. "Stop!" I yelled. The brakes squealed. We were flung against the front seat. "Look and listen," I said quietly from behind the seat. I was reading the sign, that one in front of the railroad tracks. My dad glared. "Don't ever do that again," he yelled. We stopped at Mount Vernon 5 hours later for dinner at my Aunt Florence's and Uncle Will's. Uncle Will was a shoe repairman with a newly painted step-down shop facing the town square. She kept a 2-story wood frame house set under shading maples with a short metal stake fence around the close-cropped, lush green yard. A concrete sidewalk up to the house, and inside, a long dining room table with linen cloth set with bowls of potatoes, platters of beef, goblets of gravy, pitchers of milk, plates of bread, and back in the kitchen, cooling on top of the big black gas stove, pans of apple pies. My brother Clyde's and my eyes bulged through grace and grew wider when Aunt Florence filled our dinner plates from center to circumference with as much delicious food as the Oval family crockery could hold. But even before we were finished with the first serving, she was exhorting us to have more. "More potatoes, Clyde? Here, Clyde, let me fill that glass of milk. How about another thick slice of bread with this fresh butter?" On and on, till we groaned and loosened our belts, lolled disgustingly, elbows on the table. "More of this cherry cobbler, Clyde?" Aunt Florence became famous for piling on. From then on, anytime someone would push something on us we didn't want, Claude and I groaned and held our bowed bellies. "Oh no, Aunt Florence again." We staggered to the car, said goodbye, and resumed our drive, stopping a quick half-hour later when I became car-sick. Lost the whole load, pie and all, food for the magpies. The exact same spasm that hit me again. The next morning I was staring at Grandma's bathroom floor, the tile cubes receding in and out. I turned and I retched into the toilet. When the tack ended, I went downstairs. "Here, Braun," I yelled. "I put him out," Grandpa said, rattling the Sunday paper from his easy chair, cigar snake curling out of the Cats and Jammer Kids. I went outside. "Braun," I cried. "Come on, Braun." He was gone. We drove all day, 5 miles in every direction, roaming the city streets, me whistling, calling out the car window, "Braun, here, Braun." It was no use. Braun was gone. I hated my grandfather for a while. I knew he did it on purpose, because he didn't like me bringing the dog in the house, fleas and hair. But I found out later, he put ads in the paper, 2 weeks running. I realized then he was on my side, and we got along fine until he died of a heart attack a couple years after Braun ran away. And it wasn't until now, many, many years past, morning again, sitting on the pooper, the tile patterns woozing in and out of focus, my head aching, my stomach burning from last night's boozing, I remembered the experience and realized, hey, that was my first psychedelic high, age 9. Happened when I was sitting on the john at my grandparents' house.